Hello guys, this is Naveen Dominikar. In previous lecture, we have learnt about different statistical quality control charts such as X bar, R, T, NP bar and C charts. By observing this chart, we draw a conclusion that the process under control or not. Obviously, those processes are not statistical control, they also produce defective parts. Every manufacturing companies try to reduce defective parts to save cost of the raw material and cost to handle the defective parts. So, number of defective parts is one of the big problems in manufacturing company. There are various techniques available to solve and to analyze work related problems. In this lecture, we will learn about basic problem solving techniques. There are 5 techniques commonly used for basic problem solving such as Pareto diagram, brainstorming, cause and effect diagram, data analysis and data collection. In this lecture, we will see only 3 techniques, that is Pareto diagram, brainstorming and cause and effect diagram. Let's start with presentation. Pareto diagram. Pareto is the name of Italian economist. He stated that a small percentage of the population had most of the wealth, while a great majority of people live in poverty. This is called as Pareto principle, and Pareto diagram is based on this principle. It states that the major part of the problems may be caused by a small number of possible causes. It is also known as 80-20 rule. It means that 80% of the problem are caused by 20% of causes. This is Pareto diagram, look like as a histogram. The graph is total rejected or number of defective versus causes for failure or defects. You can observe here this 50 and 30, 80% of total number of the defective product causes by 20% of the causes for the failure or defect. So that quality engineer must be focused on these 2 defects for rectification rather than third and fourth defect, which is time consuming and costly. This diagram helps to identify important causes which are responsible for most of the problem. It thus ensures that the time in the problem solving is used efficiently. For example, a manufacturing company got an assignment of production of 1000 pieces of metal pin. They use CNC machine for production of metal pin. Operator must keep OK pieces in acceptable bin, whereas defective pieces in rejected bin. After the completion of 1000 metal pins, quality engineer found that out of 1220 pieces are defective, and this is not acceptable. They have to produce more 220 OK pieces which are costly. To reduce number of defective pieces in next lot, he have to analyze the causes for defective pieces. Nothing but he have to inspect 220 pieces to find the causes for failure. After the inspection, he found that these 5 defects are causes for failures, that are crack, tool mark, flaw, hole and dimensions. He observed that 7 pieces are rejected due to the crack are present on pieces. 66 pieces are rejected due to the tool mark are present on the pieces, and so on. Then he calculated the rejected percentage and arrange this data in descending order. Then Pareto diagram must be drawn using this data. This diagram looks like a histogram. Total defective versus causes of failure. He observed that 80 percentage, 50 and 30, 80 percentage of problem is caused by 20 percentage of the causes for the failures. Quality engineer must be focused on flaw and tool mark defects to rectify the problem and to reduce the number of defective pieces in next lot. This diagram helps to identify important causes which are responsible for the most of the problem. It does ensure that the time in the problem solving is used efficiently. Brainstorming. Brainstorming is a technique used to gather multiple ideas about the given problem. Evaluation of idea produced is initiated only after all the ideas have been collected. These ideas are then subjected to criticism. At the end of the brainstorming session, only few ideas suggested earlier were remain for further consideration. For example, a production manager have to focus on a sigma problem occurs on plastic product. For that, he held a meeting of quality engineer, production supervisor and machine operator who are responsible for the production. In brainstorming technique, every member gets chance to suggest his ideas to solve the problem. Other members do not criticize at this stage. One of the members prepare the list of the maximum number of ideas that will be useful to solve the problem. Here, all members suggested ideas for solving sigma problem are insufficient material, holding pressure is low, melt cushion is zero, nozzle gate block, mold temperature too high, melt temperature too high, cooling time is less. Because of all these causes, sigma can occur on the product. After the collection of all the ideas, these ideas are then subject to criticism. Every member is free to criticize and discuss advantages and disadvantages of various ideas at this stage. At the end of the brainstorming session, only a few ideas suggested earlier will remain for further consideration. Here, team suggested that first focus on holding pressure and rest ideas remain for further consideration. Cause and effect diagram. Cause and effect diagram. This diagram graphically demonstrates the causes of particular problem. Most possible causes fall within the four categories such as manpower, machines, method, and materials. This diagram is also called as fishbone diagram. Steps for causes and effect analysis are: identify the problem, note the main causes categories such as manpower, machine, materials, and methods. Add causes to the diagram. Identify most likely causes. Identify most probable causes. Verify the causes. Then, how to draw cause and effect diagram. First, we have to choose any problem. Then, note the main causes categories such as machine, manpower, method, and materials. Added causes to the diagram. Such type of diagram is called as cause and effect diagram. The structure of this diagram is look like as fishbone. That is why such type of the diagram is called as fishbone diagram. For example, I choose one problem. that is short of plastic product in injection molding process. Next step is note the main causes categories such as machine, manpower, method and material. Then add the causes to the diagram. For concerning with the machine can be become a old so that they can produce short product, or the nozzle of the machine can be choked up. With the concern with the manpower, less skilled workers are operating machine, or careless workers are assigned that particular machine so that short mold can be occur. With the concerning with the method, low melt temperature, low injection pressure and low mold temperature can be causes for the short of plastic product in the injection molding. And the concerning with material change, insufficient material or contaminated material can be causes for short of plastic. Such type of the diagram is called as cause and effect diagram. I hope you understood Pareto diagram, brainstorming and cause and effect diagram. If you like my video, please press like button and subscribe my channel. Thank you so much.